Okay, the review is now complete. AFL Round 7 2014 from a Brownlow medal perspective. And what can one say about the little master, Gary Ablett? I was watching that game, Gold Coast, North Melbourne, thinking, halfway through the third quarter once again that Gary probably is not in the votes. He's going to really have to pull something out of the box, even though Gold Coast were winning pretty handsomely at the time, to figure in the votes. And lo and behold, he kicks those goals. Winds up, with 4. What can one say? I mean, he is the master. Very hard to see him not getting 3 votes in that game. Worst case, he gets 2 if young Prestia or Lynch or one of those guys grabs the 3. That'd be more a case of the umpires looking to not give them to Gary. Gary's on about 15 votes now. I mean, that's the only way you can look at it after 7 rounds. So he's on track for almost an AFL record in terms of Brownlow medal votes. So outstanding stuff from the Little Master, and what can one say? But the other games, of course, we'll watch closely because there's more to the Brownlow than just who wins the medal. Not saying that Gary's over the line just yet, but if he keeps up this form and the Coasters keep winning, he'll be awfully hard to beat. The Collingwood game, Beamsy and Pendles, the boys to watch there. Beamsy looks like he quite possibly gets best on ground there. Played a really good game and kicked goals as well as getting a fair bit of the footy. Pendles a chance to get 1 vote. And in this round, I thought I'd just point out some of the key guys to keep an eye on, from the season perspective, rather than go through each game. The GWS Port Adelaide game, Callum Ward, I thought he's a good chance of getting a vote. Could even get 2 there. Had a heap of the football. Played a great game, I thought. Young Jared Polak, once again, Port Adelaide. I expect him to figure in the votes and probably gets the 3 in that game. The Adelaide-Melbourne game, big upset, of course, as was well publicised. Paddy Dangerfield, the man to watch. I thought his goals were really outstanding, certainly in the last quarter as well. Had Adelaide got over the line, I had him almost chalked in for 3. I feel with them losing, 1 or 2 votes certainly there, but Danger, another very good game, so he's running into some really good form, stringing a few together, Danger. The Brizzy-Sydney game, Jared McVeigh, Josh Kennedy, Kieran Jack, they're 3, ball magnets really, all figuring there. A fair way off the pace now, of course. Kieran Jack, haven't certainly mentioned his name for a while, so good to see him getting amongst potential votes in that game. The Geelong game, of course, had to keep a good eye on Stevie J, Joel Selwood. Stevie J started in sensational fashion and then faded out of the game somewhat, and Joel Selwood was actually well held, except he played a great last quarter, so I very doubt if either of the Geelong boys can figure in the votes. And the West Coast Freo game, Fifey, once again, another great game. I thought he's very hard to toss for the 3 votes there, actually, so chalk him in for a couple, if not 3. Big Aaron Sandilands, I thought he played a good game. Didn't get a heap of the football, but his taps were certainly to advantage, and I thought he stood out to a large extent in a game where it was hard to find other really good players outside of Fifey. So all in all, that's probably all we need to mention this week. Other stars, didn't figure so prominently. And I suppose, as I said, Gary clearing out in front with the chasers sort of all treading water a little bit. But long way to go in the year. We've got the bye rounds coming up. We're only a third of the way through. So let's see what unfolds in the coming weeks. Thank you.